Hello again, everyone, and happy holidays. Welcome to the Rome-Floyd Chamber Small Business Spotlight. My name is Roger Manus with Rome Business Radio. We are broadcasting from the Hardy Realty Studios, and we work in cooperation with the Rome News Tribune. And we are here to celebrate small business for Rome and Northwest Georgia, as always. And today we are joined from the chamber by Thomas Kislat, who has a job title that I always forget because it's very long and wordy. Hi, Thomas. How are you?
Good, Roger. How are you?
What was that job title again?
Director of Membership.
No, it's more than that.
And Entrepreneurial Development.
There we go. How is the membership and entrepreneurial development going?
It's going great. We just had a big promotion yesterday, Operation Gift Card. We maybe can chat about that later a little bit. Giving a little advantage to our local businesses here. So it's going great.
Yeah, I understand that was a rousing success. We will circle back around to that. If you don't mind, Thomas, would you introduce the listeners here on the Rome-Floyd Chamber Small Business Spotlight and introduce our guests?
Absolutely. We have, ladies first, we have Cindy Quirk. She's joining us from Indiana. Her business is Scouts and Zoe. It's a privately owned dog treat company or pet treat company, and she will tell us all about it before I say anything wrong about it. And then we have Trey Tanner, also a new member. He joined over the past few months, just like Cindy, and he is with Comprehensive Cleaning, and we are eager to hear all about their businesses.
Hello there, Cindy and Trey. How are we?
Good. Thank you.
Happy holidays. And just for our listeners out there, we may be joined by another person or two, but we'll just roll with it if they pop in. And for those listening to the podcast, we're obviously doing this on Zoom to observe social distancing. So we've got different audio sources. We can see each other as if we are in the same room. But again, a podcast is just the audio anyway. So the conversation will flow as normal. And if somebody jumps in 5 or 10 minutes, we'll just welcome them then as if we were live. So again, thank you so much for joining us. The first thing I want to touch on with Cindy is an interesting footnote is you're based in Indiana,
right?
But yet you're a member of the Rome-Floyd Chamber. Tell us about that and what are the benefits of being Indiana based, but being a member of the Rome-Floyd Chamber?
Well, the beauty of being anywhere, right now you could be anywhere. It doesn't matter. And our business touches everyone because most everyone has a dog or a cat or knows someone that does. So we could be in Rome, we could be in Florida, we could be in Italy. It doesn't matter. But the connection between Rome, Georgia, and Indiana is that Thomas is married to my niece. So we have a familial contact or relationship. And I love Thomas. He's a great guy. And I wanted to support what the city of Rome and Floyd County is doing. And that's one great way to do it is to be a member of the chamber.
And Trey, I guess you come at it from a totally different perspective. You're not related to Thomas, are you?
No.
Not by marriage or anything. So you're.
Not that I know of.
Well, we're all God's children, as the saying goes. We're all related somehow. So Trey, you run Comprehensive Cleaning. We'll circle back around to Cindy a little bit. I'm fascinated by, but just for general introductions, what do you guys do at Comprehensive Cleaning?
So we offer commercial cleaning services and janitorial services. We have an array of special services that we do. As well as far as getting into window cleaning, stripping, waxing, that kind of thing. And most recently, we've really kind of ramped up our disinfection and sanitizing services.
Because of COVID. So you're the guys that come into the big places at night and make it spick and span so that the person working in the office has clean bathrooms, clean floors when they come in the next day.
Right, yeah.
So you're probably an unsung hero to make sure work environments are safe and clean. Okay, Cindy, back to you. Just what is your business model? We talked about everybody has a dog and all that, but specifically, what is it you guys do at Scout and Zoe's Dog Treats?
Well, we're not just dogs anymore. At Scout and Zoe's, we make pet treats and raw food. So we have, in the beginning, we started out with elk antlers. And now we have, all this many years later, we're now in our 11th year. We have products for dogs and cats and horses and reptiles and amphibians and small animals. So, I mean, and we ship all over the world. The majority of our business is wholesale. So we sell to the dog stores that you would buy from locally. So when you shop with your local pet store, you're helping that owner live their dream, and we're helping them live their dream as well. And they're helping us live ours. So we encourage everyone to shop local. But if you don't have Scout and Zoe's in your local pet store, you can always buy online.
Gotcha. But the hook was way back when apparently your dog was having some allergic reaction, and you kind of got into the science of how dog food is made. And this is really healthy, fresh stuff for that purpose, correct? Absolutely.
Zoe had allergies, and they developed when she was 6 months old, and she lived to be 14. So it was a lifelong pursuit, or it has been a lifelong pursuit. And this is actually my second chapter. I've been in sales and marketing my entire life. So everything that I hated about business school has come into play now. All of those teachers at Georgia State University would be so proud. They'd be so very proud that I am, using that accounting and all of that algebra to make the world a better place for our pets. But yeah, it's fresh. It's all U.S. made and sourced. It's all human grade, and I eat most of the treats to prove how safe they are.
Well, that's right there. That's your best endorsement that humans enjoyed as well. Do we know? What stores in Rome-Floyd might carry it?
I don't believe there are no stores in Rome-Floyd that carry them. But if you go into the store that you love to shop with and ask them to stock our products, we will call them, or they ask them to call us. Or if you know of a store that you want to, you can send us an email, and then we'll get in touch with the store, because we love for people to shop local.
Sure. As the chamber does. And they can always come to Thomas as well, because Thomas knows how to get a hold of you.
Absolutely.
Thomas, this is interesting to me. I understand there's a family connection, but it's one thing people don't often think of, that you can be a member of the Rome-Floyd Chamber, but not be based in Rome-Floyd County, because there's lots of ways to do business. Isn't that correct?
That's right. And we talked about this in previous shows, and especially, this crazy year 2020 proved that we are all connected. And the internet is an easy way to connect folks. And this is just another example how we can shop local and support our local economy, but the local economy can reach out to the world. All of a sudden we have small brick and mortar stores in Rome on Broad Street shipping their products to California. The same with our business expo, which was planned in person, but we knew 2020 is a crazy year. We planned it as well virtual. We don't just have to count on the audience locally. We can invite people from all over the world.
Trey, what is the background of your business? When did you get started? What is your background there at Comprehensive Cleaning?
So I spent 13 years working in the medical field, and that's really where I seen kind of the need for an improved way of cleaning and just making the overall environment better for people to come to work and just for customers and different people to just come and experience just a better environment, really. And so it's just that need that I've seen to really do something about it. So.
And how long ago was this that you started?
2 years ago.
Oh, so you're relatively new, and you've joined the chamber. How has the chamber helped you kind of network with other businesses in town?
Oh, it's been great. Ever since I joined the chamber, really been able to connect with other businesses and individuals and network. So it's been really good.
What is having just started a business, and then how did COVID affect you? I imagine you're in a world where business might have increased, or you had to offer different services because of COVID. Is that fair to say?
Right. Yeah. Ever since really COVID kind of came on the scene, we've really had to change certain things and kind of go in different directions. But we offer electrostatic spraying and that really battles. That's where we come in. We dress out in the suits, and we have the respirator on. We have a battery powered backpack sprayer that we come in and spray a product on the buildings and schools. We do universities just to help battle that virus.
And what clicked in your brain entrepreneurially that said you wanted to start your own business? Whether there's risk reward in being the person that launches, and then of course the pandemic hits. But what clicked in your brain that made you want to step out and do this?
Well, it's just a passion that I had to really see people. Cleanliness to me, from what I've seen from my previous experience, it really affects everyone differently, and it can affect them emotionally. It can affect them physically, coming into a clean environment, health wise. But I really just wanted to, I thought that I could just do something about it, and really wanted to just drive my passion towards that and just try to make a difference.
Cindy, let's go down. You had mentioned a couple of flavors, types of food, minnows. What are your products, I guess is the question I'm asking, because I went to your website briefly and there seems to be a smorgasbord of stuff that just is intriguing.
There is. We have a little bit of a lot of stuff. Actually, we have a lot of stuff. So we started out with elk antler dog chews, and we still have those.
Okay. Elk antler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're made from the antlers of the elk.
Okay.
And it's nature's greatest recycling product. The elk shed them every year, and then we buy from people who gather them up, and we cut them into pieces so that they're different lengths and different weights, and then the dogs chew on them, and it's natural calcium. So it's wonderful for the animal as well as satisfying that chew drive. And if you leave antlers out in the wild long enough, the rodents will start chewing on them. So all animals need calcium. So we have, and I forgot to tell you, we have products for birds too, because birds need to chew so that their beaks don't continue to grow. And then you'd have to clip them off because they can't eat if their beaks grow too long. But we have antlers. We have freeze-dried products like minnows and chicken feet and duck necks and all kinds of weird stuff. Then we have protein treats, jerkies, venison, kangaroo, Asian carp, the carp that jump out of the water that are invading all of the waterways that aren't native. We've got
those don't. That's a predator problem, right?
It's a horrible problem. They're invasive, they're non-native, and they are very prolific. And we're trying to stop their march to the Great Lakes one treat at a time. And they're very, very nutritious. They're extremely nutritious. And we're a pioneer in the pet industry with that, because no one is doing anything with the Asian carp but my company. And we're using all the body parts too. So we use the hearts, the livers. Those are called vittles. The eyeballs are called eye candy. The air bladders are bubblers or puffers. And then we've got the skins that are planks. And then we use the red meat for burgers, raw burgers.
First of all, nothing goes to waste.
No, absolutely not. And then our latest products, and we have bakery products too, but our latest products are, you're going to love this. They're made from black soldier fly larvae.
From what?
Black soldier fly larvae. So if you feed birds and you fed them mealworms, they look like mealworms, but they're highly nutritious. They've got lots of protein, and they're very, very sustainable. It would take 3,000 acres of cattle to produce what we can produce on just a very, like half an acre of land, to produce millions of black soldier fly larvae. And they feed on restaurant waste. So once again, great for the animal consuming it, wonderful for the earth. And that's pretty much our mantra, and great for the community because we have intellectually disabled adults packing the treats. So we try to put love in everything that we do, and that's how we do it. So we've got a lot of different treats.
And all healthy for the animals, and you said humans can eat it too. But what's the taste?
Well, it depends on the treat.
Right.
My very, very favorite bakery treat is banana rounds, and it tastes like banana muffins.
All right.
If you eat the chicken and apple jerky, it tastes like barbecue. And then I haven't eaten a carp eyeball, but the eyeballs and the air bladders are delicacies in the Asian culture, so you could eat them if you wanted to.
Yeah, I don't think
I will not, but you could.
I don't think I could, but as long as the animals love it.
Oh, they love it.
Yeah.
They absolutely. And the weirder and the worse it smells, the better they love it.
Thomas, I do want to switch gears and come back around with you about the promotion that the chamber did yesterday. The gift card. How did that go? It was a $10,000 gift certificate match, gift card match. How did that work?
Oh, it went great. Beyond all of our dreams and expectations. So we had a $10,000 gift card giveaway, which was matched with another 10,000, and we sold out within a minute and a half. So,
wow.
It was crazy. So how it worked, Roger, is, you purchased one of the participating businesses a $100 gift card, and the chamber matched it with another $100. So basically, you doubled your money. And we had over 40 merchants, restaurants and merchants combined participated, and everybody got a piece of the pie. So it was beautiful. And then round two, after those 1.5 minutes, we went into a smaller amount of gift cards, and the stores pitched in. So basically for a $25 investment, you got a $30 gift card. And as of now, I just checked over there with our numbers. We pumped actually over a fuel economy with over $30,000. So that's $30,000 on top of everything else that people can spend now locally. So we just want to try to help, and we encourage everybody to shop locally, regardless of the online world. You can't replace the experience. So overwhelmingly well.
Yeah, it was a fantastic promotion because you literally talk about double your purchasing power. So basically, people went to your website, and if they were fast enough, it's like reminds me of the old days of trying to get concert tickets.
Exactly.
If don't want to date myself, but I really wanted to see Bon Jovi back in 1987. But you would purchase the $100 the chamber matched through a donation that was made to the chamber. So you, as the consumer, you now have a $200 gift card to get, and at the merchant of your choice of the participating merchants, correct? And you had a bunch that participated.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Retail and restaurants.
Right. There was no extra cost for the participated merchant or chamber member. So they all had to be chamber members. That was, of course, a given. And that also shows, the value of being a member in the chamber. And we have a couple of new members. They heard about that promotion and say, hey, this is actually something, I really want to participate in, and I want to become a member. Can you sign me up real quick? So that we did. So that particular business benefited, very well from that promotion.
Well, yeah, and that's the beauty of the relationship with the chamber. You get tapped into those things, but you also can network and meet people. Like I would imagine there's no situation where Cindy and Trey might have met had it not been because of this chamber podcast, because they're kind of in two different businesses. But we're just celebrating businesses. We share stories. Trey, to that end, like how many employees do you have? How many customers do you have? Are you looking for more? Are you trying to grow?
Yeah, definitely. We have 7 full-time that staff things from being a day porter, custodian at a school, to night crews. But we have a lot of guys and gals that do our specialty services. But we service Rome, Northwest Georgia, and we're always looking to grow. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, you broke up there just for a minute. You said you were always looking to grow.
Yes.
Yeah. As every business is. Have you found? I know you had to change your services a little bit due to COVID, but was your business interrupted in any way? Lots of businesses had to shut down for 2 months or 3 months, and they're trying to find ways. But I would imagine, did you have much of an interruption at all?
Thankfully, we really didn't. We were able to kind of change gears and kind of do different things. So thankfully, we were still plugging along.
I was going to say, have any businesses required less of your services because perhaps they're not in the office as much? They're working more from home.
Right. Some are that way where we've had to maybe cut down, but then we'll add services as far as the disinfection. So it's all been kind of working together. So.
And how do you see 2021 continued growth? And
the new year looks good for us. Looks like some growth and new contacts and new calls are coming in. So it's looking really good. We're looking to grow.
Well, one of the questions I want to ask both of you, and I guess I'll start with you, Cindy, is how do you do your marketing? And is it word of mouth? Is it social media? Do you run advertising anywhere? What do you do to get the word out about who you are and what you do?
It's mostly grassroots, word of mouth. In the beginning, I advertised a lot and found that it didn't really pay off. It was big bucks for the trades magazines and consumer magazines, and it really didn't matter. So I think the best way is, and we've kind of confirmed this, we have confirmed it, is word of mouth. And we have a really good presence on social media, and that drives some traffic, but most of it is word of mouth through local pet stores. And we call them the indies, the independent pet stores. So it's not like a Petco or a PetSmart or Walmart or Target. You can't find any of our products there, but you can find them in mom and pops all across the country, and even in far-flung places like Japan and Hong Kong and Singapore and some places like that. But that's the way. And then when we do have more of a presence on scoutandzoes.com on our online direct-to-consumer, but that's usually because they've heard a podcast or they've seen something where we've been in the news, and then they'll go look for it. But most of the searches are organic, that they don't really come through advertising. It's just that they've heard about us and they check it out, and then it spreads.
So, and is this are these treats, for lack of a better word, designed to be daily meals, or is it a treat? Is it something you might do for your pet once a week? What is
It's a treat.
Yeah,
it's a treat. It's not something that should ever replace the regular food, because treats can be fattening if you feed too much of them. Just like everything else, it should be fed in moderation. And just because a treat is this long, that doesn't mean that you should feed a dog all of it. In fact, even though we have, thousands, hundreds of thousands of treats at my disposal, my dogs, out of a treat this long, they may only get about this much of it. And they may not get any treats during the day because they've had enough or enough food. I'm pretty stingy on the treats, actually, because I don't want them to be overweight. Being overweight in a pet scenario is just as bad as a human being overweight. In fact, it's probably worse, because 5 pounds to us is not a big deal. 5 pounds to a dog that only weighs 15 pounds is a huge deal. So proportionately, it's a bigger weight gain. So it should always be a special occasion, like they come in from the potty or they've done something good, they were a good dog, then they get a treat.
I got
you. Or
you.
they've trained you to give them a treat, and then that's a whole different story.
Well, and for our listeners who can't see you on Zoom like I can, when you were initially saying the size of the treat may be 5 or 6 inches long, but you may only let them have 1 or 2 inches at a time, just
Correct.
to kind of, just in moderation. What about Trey? What about you? How do you get the word out about your business? Is it word of mouth? Do you use social media? Do you do advertising? What do you do?
So, yeah, I'll just have to agree with Cindy and kind of piggyback on that there's really no replacement for word of mouth. That's really, one of our main ways of getting out there is word of mouth. But we also do a Facebook post, and we'll do ads through Facebook, and just sending out mailers, emailing businesses. So just really getting out there, hitting the path.
One of the things that's interesting to me as we talk business on this podcast is how businesses determine their names. I have a television background, and I always use this example. Can you imagine 50 years ago or whenever it was, and they were sitting around in the production studios at CBS Television, and they named their news magazine 60 Minutes. Well, what does 60 Minutes mean? Well, we now know it's a news magazine because it is totally entrenched as 60 Minutes, but the name itself means nothing. It means the show lasts an hour. So, but so much time and effort and energy is spent in naming things. Scout and Zoe's, if people don't know what that is, there's a story behind it. But Trey, you went the opposite way, comprehensive cleaning. Your what you do is right there in your name. So Cindy, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about how Scout and Zoe's obviously are pet names, but has there been any challenge in the branding because people may not know what it is, or do people see that and they just fall in love with it because of the story?
People fall in love with it because of the story.
Yeah.
People like to buy from people that they like and people that they can trust. And we're not a gigantic corporation. We don't purport to be. We grow. We've had exponential growth over the last 11 years, 10 years, full years, and then we're in our 11th year. But Scout is still alive. He's now 12. And Zoe was my German Shepherd who passed away in 2014 that had allergies her entire life. And Scout actually has allergies too. But the names, just because no one recognizes Scout and Zoe as my pets, it hasn't hindered the progress or the progression of the company at all. In fact, it endears people to it because they were real, because Zoe was real and she had problems, and because Scout is real. And that, I think that's where big companies lose their way, is that they forget that people like to be told a story, and not just a fictitious story, but people like to know that there was a reason somebody did something. Like, why did Colonel Sanders develop KFC, or why did Ray Kroc start? He was selling milkshake mixers and ultimately started McDonald's. So there's a reason, and there's that story. And ours tends to be particularly endearing because the dogs are real and were real, and because they were we don't have children, so they are and were my children. And that makes it even tighter because when we have a loss, people feel that loss and relate to it. So it's a very relatable brand. And I think that's why we don't have to do a lot of marketing, because it's so endearing to people. Because, they're just damn cute dogs. How could you not love them? And then when we got Ziva, our now 4-year-old German Shepherd, how could you not love looking at a puppy?
I agree with you. And the fact that the story is your product came about because of a real issue with these real dogs. And now you're helping others with the same problem. Trey, but I love the bluntness of your comprehensive cleaning. It is what it is it not?
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. The reason we wanted to come up with comprehensive, and because it's more than just janitorial services or office cleaning. It's we wanted to try to, offer a lot of different services when it comes to commercial cleaning under one umbrella, as far as pressure washing, window cleaning, things like that. So anything that really has to do with commercial cleaning, we wanted to kind of include all of that. So we just came up with comprehensive cleaning.
I imagine it shows up on Google like that if people are looking for something. Well, let's wrap things up here. Appreciate your time, but let's contact information, social media. How can people, find your product? How can people get in touch so they can maybe do business with you or buy some pet treats? Cindy, let's start with you.
Well, on the web, it's scoutandzoes.com. And the "and" is spelled out. So it's Scout like a Boy Scout, ANDZOES.com. And social media is the same way. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, it's all Scout and Zoe's. And if you really can't find it, call Thomas at the chamber and he'll tell you how to get in touch with us.
Because as we say in Northwest Georgia, y'all are kin.
That's right. He's my kin. All y'all down there are my kin.
All y'all. You use y'all properly. Trey.
Well, that's because I'm from South Georgia.
Well, okay. There we go. You said Indiana. That's right. But you did mention Georgia State. So,
yes. Even though I live above the Mason-Dixon line, I am a Southerner at heart. I will never, I swear in a Bible, I will never call myself a Yankee. Never. Never.
Well, you're really Midwestern.
Well, still, it's above the Mason-Dixon line, so they're all Yankees up here to me.
Well, that's true. I had a friend years ago that said, once you get north of the Grand Ole Opry, it's
pretty much.
Trey, contact information for you guys, website, social, phone number, whatever you want to give out so people can use your service.
You can look us up on Google, Comprehensive Cleaning LLC. We have a Facebook page, Comprehensive Cleaning, and also our website is compcleanllc.com. That's COMPCLEAN LLC.com. So.
All right. Well, thank you both for joining us. Thomas, any final thoughts from the chamber?
I just have one remark in regards to you had this conversation about, marketing expense. And I just want to highlight, a really important marketing expense. It's not much, but, a chamber membership, is high, recommended marketing expense and basically a must. And, you guys were talking about the importance of word of mouth. The chamber job is to funnel, your word of mouth, and find the right connection and connect those dots. You might think comprehensive cleaning in Scouts and Zoes. What do they have to do with it? There is some certain connection we will come up with. We funnel all these information. We tell the personal stories behind Trey's business, behind Cindy's business, and help you excel. If you want to find us, of course, you go online, type in Rome-Floyd Chamber, and you get all the information. But, if you wish to connect directly via phone, call me at 706-291-7663 and ask for Thomas.
Beautiful. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
As always, we appreciate it. That's been Trey with Comprehensive Cleaning and Cindy with Scout and Zoe's Pet Treats. For Thomas Kislat, I'm Roger Manus with Rome Business Radio. We're broadcasting from the Hardy Realty Studios, and we work in cooperation with the Rome News Tribune. Thanks for listening, and happy holidays.